So Sophie Cunningham has responded to, obviously, the situation where the Seattle Storm owner was suspended for 5 games. And I'm not gonna lie, I've zero issue with Sophie Cunningham's response at all. The Storm apologized to conduct cohort towards Jurgen girls supporting Sophie Cunningham. Those girls knew what they were doing in the anti-environment. I mean, yeah, they did. They probably did. I'm not gonna say that for sure. They probably did. That being said, I'm sorry. If you disagree on a topic with somebody, you don't get the right to assault them. You don't get the right to walk up to somebody and curse them out in a private space. You don't, you can kick, I think you might be able to kick them out for any reason. But if we're being real here, Sophie was asked a question, she answered it. And I don't really know what else there is to it. Okay, yeah, a certain group has co-opted Sophie Cunningham. And it is what it is. Sophie Cunningham, I truly believe a safe space and love for everyone, biological girls, biological boys, trans women, trans men, everyone is welcome at my table. You can disagree and still be kind, bravo. Those girls stand up for what they believe. You'll be hearing from me soon. Yay for the gifts. Truly embarrassing to co-owners, types of leader she is. At the end of the day, I think it's the wife of a co-owner. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But look, I don't even know how I feel about what Sophie Cunningham. I haven't even put enough thought into what Sophie Cunningham says because, again, my opinion on this topic is relevant. I don't know if I agree. I don't even know if I fully disagree with Sophie Cunningham. At the end of the day, I have not done enough research into the whole effect of the effect of the whole hormones on athletes and whether or not it's an unfair advantage or what. I have no idea. The extent of my knowledge is fucking Joanna, could be the Joanna Man movie. And obviously that's not, if that's the case, obviously it's everyone in their right, I was going to say everyone in the right mind would be against a person just randomly walking into women's sports and dominating, but people maybe aren't. People maybe aren't like that. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, Sophie Cunningham has an opinion that 80% of people would agree with. And also, by all accounts, Sophie Cunningham is a lovely human being. She has a specific topic on sports, or a specific opinion on sports. And if we're being very real here, I would say, 80 to 90% of the population agree with Sophie. I would say 60 to 70% of WNBA players agree with Sophie Cunningham. There's a reason why maybe 5 of them have spoken out against her. There's I think the vast majority of players would agree with her take. We got to be real here. We got to be real, and unfortunately, playing competitive sports at the highest level is not a human right either. But yeah, obviously, look, Sophie's responding. I don't think anyone has any reason to believe that she's anything other than an extremely lovely human being. I actually genuinely don't think there's any evidence to the contrary. And even if you disagree with Sophie Cunningham's take on this, I really don't see how there is evidence. People disagree with her apparently not even politics. Apparently she's not even MAGA, which is hilarious. Apparently there are legitimately MAGA players in the league. From what I've heard, Sophie's not one of them. Which is the funniest part about all of this. The funniest part about all this is apparently Sophie's not one of them. It It is something I never thought I was ever going to have to get myself into. I never thought I was going to have to talk about this. But like, if we're being real here, Sophie Cunningham answered a question. And could Sophie Cunningham go full Riley Gaines? I don't know. I really don't know. At the end of the day, I'm sorry. Like, if somebody says something you disagree with in the street and you curse them out and say, God will forgive you for this eventually, like, or something along those lines, you are in the wrong. The multiple people who assaulted them in the arena are in the wrong. And for all the people being like, oh, the Fever need to trade Sophie Cunningham, they need to get off Sophie Cunningham, they need to not re-sign Sophie Cunningham. First of all, they're probably not going to re-sign Sophie Cunningham. She's leading the league in true shooting percentage. Like, she's leading the league in true shooting percentage. And, like, I'm being from, by the sounds of things, she would take a bullet for her teammates and her teammates would take a bullet for her. Like, you realistically, you want those type of teammates. And people being like, oh, free agents aren't going to come to Indiana now. 2 years ago, their marquee free agent signing was Katie Lou on a 2-year max after she missed a season because she was on maternity leave. She hadn't played basketball in 2 years. And they paid a max for Katie Lou. Like, the year before that, it was making Erica Wheeler the highest paid player in the history of the WNBA. Like, the Fever aren't getting free agents anyway. It makes no difference. They are not getting... they are legitimately not getting any free agents anyway. The only free agents the Fever are going to get are players whose reputation has been tarnished and want and believe that they are good enough that they can go and revive their reputation. Like a Maisha Hines-Allen, like a Ty Harris, who nobody wanted her after her injury. Like, the Fever are only going to sign reputation-saving free agents or people that want to clout chase off Caitlin. This is a pathetic organization. It is what it is. So again, look, Sophie, you can agree or you can disagree with Sophie Cunningham's take. You can agree or you can disagree with any of that, like with those things. That's not my place to decide. That is not my place to decide here. But the Storm owner is objectively in the wrong. On a human level, they are in the wrong. The people that tried to assault them in the crowd are in the wrong. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are in the wrong. The person who I may have misgendered by saying man, I have no idea. I could be wrong. I profusely apologize if I have misgendered the scumbag that spat on the fan. Thankfully, scumbag is a gender neutral term. So yes, I do apologize if I have misgendered the scumbag, but I will just refer to him as a scumbag from here on out. And yeah, like, Fever fans were assaulted. Fans supporting Sophie Cunningham were assaulted. And even if you agree or disagree with what they were saying, they were literally just sitting there and had a sign out that was taken off them. And then when the sign was taken off them, from, again, as far as we know, they didn't even really fight. They didn't fight to get the sign back. The sign was taken off them, and that was that. But yeah, that's the video. See you guys.